Welcome back. Fear Fiends. The post-apocalyptic showdown continues as zombies and vampire battle it out to find out who is the worst apocalypse. Count Orlok has been victorious in 3 matches so far. The last he won by using the hidden powers of teleport and invisibility.
Well, Doctor, he does have an impressive list of strengths, superhuman attributes. Nosferatu possesses immense strength and a haunting, unnatural speed, far beyond that of a human. Intelligence, he is a cunning, ancient entity that can strategize and manipulate. Plague-bringer and commander of rats, he can command legions of rats, which are vectors for his deadly plague. This allows him to turn an entire city into a weapon. Immortality and resilience, he is functionally immortal and does not suffer from fatigue or decay. Stealth, he can move through shadows and go unseen. Teleport and invisibility. However, he does have weaknesses as well. Sunlight, this is his most significant and final weakness. Exposure to sunlight is fatal. Physical vulnerability, while highly resilient, a wooden stake through the heart, or other severe, fatal injury can kill him. Needs to be invited, a classic vampire trope. Nosferatu often needs an invitation to enter a home. Reliance on human blood, his food source is human, which would be a major problem in a world dominated by walkers. But what really let him stand out is his team, rats. Hypnotized humans. On paper, his team doesn't seem impressive, but we have seen that both victories have come through the tactical use of his enormous rat army. They are not to be underestimated.
Exactly. But I think he has a fight on his hands today, if he wants to keep his winning streak alive. In the corpse blue corner from the game left for dead are the infected. Boris, please give us the details of this opponent.
Well, first off, there are more than one type. But let us look at the most common type and move on from there. Strengths of the infected. Strength. Strategic value in the conflict. Exponential growth. This is the infected's single greatest advantage. Each conversion creates a minimum of 1 new infected, leading to a mathematically unstoppable cascade that quickly overwhelms all conventional human defenses. Total dedication/lack of self-preservation. The infected are driven by a singular, non-negotiable directive: spread the flu. They are immune to exhaustion, fear, bargaining, or strategic retreat. Complete resource contamination. They are the most effective biological weapon for asymmetric supply line warfare. They destroy Count Orlok's food source by converting it, effectively poisoning the entire global resource pool. Ubiquity and infiltration. They are everywhere, allowing for multiple, simultaneous breaches of any perimeter. Resilience and indifference to pain. A common infected can sustain injuries that would stop a human combatant, continuing to pursue its target until its brain is destroyed. Massive numbers. Due to the speed of the rate of infection combined with the slow response of the military to contain it, the virus spread to billions of people worldwide. Weaknesses of the infected. Weakness. Strategic vulnerability in the conflict. Terminal lack of intelligence. They cannot plan, learn, or adapt. They are easily tricked, contained, or led into traps. They are incapable of organized travel or using tools. Physical barrier dependency. The infected are limited by their organic bodies. They cannot cross large, deep bodies of water. Water acts as a permanent, impenetrable barrier to their advance. Inability to self-sustain, the starvation clock. They are dependent on a single resource, live humans. Their exponential growth is a self-destructive mechanism that leads to a guaranteed extinction once the resource is depleted. Noise/stimulus driven. They are often drawn entirely by sound and movement. This makes them predictable and exploitable. Single point of failure. The only way to permanently stop an infected is the destruction of the brain. The horde. Common infected, the basic, fast-moving, and numerous enemies that attack in large, overwhelming swarms, often called a horde. The key concept in the Left 4 Dead games is that the special infected and the horde work together to eliminate the survivors.
So let battle commence.
At the beginning, the odds are definitely stacked in Orlok's favor. He is stronger and quicker and more deadlier than his opponents. Each night he could attack them and kill them, and over time he could dwindle their numbers and win. However, the problem here is not Orlok but his blood supply. In order to use and maintain his powers he needs blood. The only long-term survival strategy for the humans is to withdraw to islands or the sea so that they can actually reduce the numbers in an area and even continue some form of self-sustaining society.
Your deduction is perfectly sound. If Orlok's capabilities are blood-dependent, then the absence of a readily available supply effectively acts as a debilitating form of biological warfare used by the corpse blue corner survivors.
The horde. Common infected, the basic, fast-moving, and numerous enemies that attack in large, overwhelming swarms, often called a horde. Uncommon infected, variants of the common infected that have unique protections or abilities based on where they were infected, e.g., CETA agents in hazmat suits are fireproof. The special infected. These are the most dangerous threats, each with a unique attack designed to disable or separate the 4 human survivors. Special infected. Key ability. Boomer. Pukes bile to blind survivors and attract a massive horde. Explodes when killed. Hunter. An agile creature that can pounce and pin a survivor, repeatedly tearing at them. Smoker. Has a long, sticky tongue to ensnare survivors from a distance and drag them away. Witch. Sits and cries. If disturbed, she will attack the provoker and can instantly incapacitate or kill them. Tank. The massive boss-level infected with incredible strength, able to knock survivors far away and tear up the ground. Charger, L4D2. Charges in a straight line, grabbing one survivor and repeatedly smashing them into the ground. Spitter, L4D2. Spits corrosive acid that damages survivors over time if they stand in the puddle. Jockey, L4D2. Hops onto a survivor's back and steers them away from their teammates, clawing at their head. The key concept in the Left 4 Dead games is that the special infected and the horde work together to eliminate the survivors. The most likely end game, if Orlok tires and withdraws, is this: Orlok returns to his Terra Damnata and falls into a deep, centuries-long sleep. The green flu completes its conversion of the mainland. The infected horde eventually starves, decays, or wanders into non-threatening stasis. Centuries pass. The world is silent, but for the thriving, small, and self-sufficient corpse blue corner populations on their hidden islands.
But if he becomes too infirm to travel, surely he has to wait until the uninfected start reclaiming the land after the infected have died or been disposed of and then discover him. Whilst they stay on the island, he must remain immobile. So either he chooses to fight without easy access to blood and tires out, or he runs away to be near his blood and flees the horde. Either way, the horde wins. The deathmatch has morphed from a clear-cut monster battle into a complex, multi-layered strategic siege where the greatest weapons are patience, logistics, and intelligence, rather than fangs or claws. So the winners are the infected. Count Orlok just could not compete with the overwhelming numbers. Stay tuned for the next episode where the infected get to meet the vampires from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Stay scary. One thing is for sure. Next time we compile these lists, Orlok will have earned a much higher listing than he has now. Next time, Orlok faces the infected from Left 4 Dead. Will they end his winning streak? Tune in and find out. Until then, stay scary.